third! Great!
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it.
How's it going, everyone? I am the Dungeon Meister, and welcome back to the table. And on Shadowverse today, we are back at the Crosscraft format, and today we are taking a look at probably one of the most annoying decks in Crosscraft, at least in my opinion. I personally, it's fun to play, but honestly, I hate playing against it. It drives me absolutely insane, but it's kind of the give and take with Crosscraft, is that every deck is fun to play when you're playing it, but then you see it on the ladder and you're like, you scum. But yeah, so today we are looking at Hozumi Portal, which is a weird sentence because it's, Hozumi is a forest card, but Portal is the main engine, and it's not even Portal, it's puppets, because the main combo is to get puppets because they cost 0. And Hozumi says if at least 4 of the cards are played this turn, she banishes all your allied followers and then puts random Forestcraft followers of different costs, excluding herself, from your deck into play, and X's the followers banished. And so if you go second and get pretty good early game RNG, you can pull off a devastating turn 4 combo that, most of the time will just win you the game if your opponent doesn't have an immediate answer. Or even if you go first, turn 5, it's all the same, basically your first Evo turn. And so what you want to do is you either want to have one of two things. You need to have Hozumi in hand. That's always. That's not one of the two things. You always have to have her in hand. But if you don't, you either need to have 3 puppets and Freya, because Freya will search a card with a trait from your deck to your hand, and Hozumi has the trait of Festive, and so Freya will pull Hozumi. I play 2 Stay in Paradise just because I absolutely want to make sure that I see Hozumi, because this deck, without her, it doesn't function. And so I played 2 Stay in Paradise and 1 Karakuri Servant because she does have a fanfare of putting a puppet into your hand. And so there is a very small chance that Freya does grab the Karakuri Servant, but most of the time she's going to grab the Hostess, and if you want, you can cut this out yourself. But Freya, if you have more evolution points than your opponent, you recover a play point when you play her. So you go second, you play your 3 puppets, you play the Freya. Freya will grab the Hozumi. That is 4 cards played, and then you play the Hozumi, and so she will banish the 3 puppets and the Freya, and she will pull out the Mammoth. I forget what this card is, Woodland Pest, I think, but the Silent Suzuka, the Shining Valkyrie, and a Pierceye, and she will pull all of these out. So you have a 4 damage board wipe, plus you evo one of these 2, probably her, and then you get 7 damage face, plus the 1 from Pierceye, so that's 8, and then if anything dies this turn, the Mammoth will also deal extra damage. And so this is basically anywhere between, realistically, 8 to 12 damage, plus you have a full board of 5 very high power cards that are almost impossible for your opponent to overcome. The only thing that kind of sucks is that if you don't have the combo your first Evo turn and you have to wait a turn, because the more play points your opponent has, the easier to overcome your board it becomes. But unfortunately, the gameplay for this deck isn't all too exciting, because it's count to Evo turn, have the puppets play the cards, win the game. There's really not a lot of brain power involved, and I will admit that, but the deck is still super fun, and I want to put the list out there. This is my personal list. I'm not sure what other people are playing. It's probably something similar to this. Maybe somebody's figured out an even more cracked version by now. But yeah, this is mine. So this is what works for me. Obviously, feel free to make any changes and figure out what works for you, but this worked for me. So we'll go ahead and just jump right into the gameplay.
Omateot, all systems online. Watch and learn. Here comes my magic! Try and figure me out, if you can.
I don't want any regrets.
Ow!
This is my decision!
Persistent, aren't you?
I made a fool of myself.
You're a lifesaver!
Many are charmed by what they cannot have.
All for the low price of a screen. Ice crystals and a beauty! Activating alpha thrusters! Combination. これが保護に私だけの景色。I messed up. Omateot, all systems online. Be sown, that you may be reaped again. Why was I born? Dunno.
I don't want any regrets. This is my decision!
Hellhound in training! At the ready. Unyielding, unwavering, undying. What a cute corpse. Try and figure me out, if you can.
I made a fool of myself.
Live or die. The hunt is on, my beast. Hellhound in training! At the ready. Over here! This I'm coming for you. Persistent, aren't you?
Many are charmed by what they cannot have.
All for the low price of a screen. Activating alpha thrusters. これが保護に私だけの景色。
Answer the call.
Or be hunted. Omateot, all systems online.
よっしゃバトルしようぜ
I don't want any regrets. This is my decision!
Try and figure me out, if you can.
This is my decision!
All for the low price of a screen. Activating alpha thrusters.
I need the courage to take the first step.
Blowing white frost, biting ice and snow.
一気に行くぜ
The biting cold will
I
leave
made a
its
fool of
mark.
myself.
My love go with ye.
Let's go! The heat shall dissipate. One free night for every fright. Soar like the sun above. Setting reflectors to reflect. Ugly things are not welcome.
つで決める。
Come again.
I don't have to try to be cool.
Code FMD.
I'll never get used to this speed.
お前すっげえ強いな。
Omateot, all systems online.
A worthy foe, perhaps.
I don't want any regrets. This is my decision. This is my decision.
Try and figure me out, if you can. Try and figure me out, if you can. Persistent, aren't you?
I don't want any regrets. This is my decision. This is my decision.
Many are charmed by what they cannot have.
One free night for every fright. Ice crystals and a beauty. The perfect combination. Activating alpha thrusters.
It's been a pleasure, dear.
Ugly things are not welcome. The blessing of the forest is a love most tender.
Magna Boost.
Let the blessing of the forest embrace you. Just like that. Oops. Setting reflectors to reflect. To nurture and destroy. Just 2 steps.
Target locked.
No holding back. Destroy everything. Talk about sensational. The tribulations
Respect.
continue.
Outclassed.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along.